When was the last time you watched some old Everybody Loves Raymond? This is going to sound really weird, but I haven't seen an episode in like 15 years. Then I watched it one night, and I realized I was watching it totally different. I'm super picky and weird about things, so I started giving them grades. Over 2 to 3 months, I made a chart. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I watched all 210 episodes and gave each one a grade. Well, you know what they say. It's not Thanksgiving until you got a sweaty old man in your bed. I'm really tough when I grade things. I graded from 1 to 100. You know, like a school test. If you got 100, you did perfect. There were no perfect scores. The best score was 96. That's right, Robert. My husband doesn't want me to touch him, only in bed. I really enjoyed watching them, and I wasn't just having fun. I was amazed at how good Patty was, how good they all were. I liked it way more now. I thought, wow, we made something really good. This made me really happy, and I would do it again. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ray Romano, and this is an ET look back at my life, I guess. They're running out of famous people to talk about. Hi, ET. We're here at CBS, where they just put me, Ray Romano. Yes, me, Ray Romano, on the fall TV schedule. E.T. Can you say E.T.? Yeah, close enough. Can I cry on this show? I mean, it's like a whole different life, you know? It makes me feel all nostalgic and emotional to watch it, because that was the very beginning. I didn't know what would happen. My wife will be happy about that. If you want to get a picture of her, that's the happy woman right there. You always talk about how much you love your wife. How was she like a rock for you through this whole journey, starting with Everybody Loves Raymond? Well, I met my wife when we were both working at a bank together. I was a bank teller, and I rode my bike to work. I was living at home when I was 25, and I really didn't. I quit college and didn't know what I wanted to do. I hadn't started doing comedy yet, and I didn't know what to do. I wasn't a great catch for dating. Somehow we connected, and we really liked each other. And then this TV show happened. So she's the real deal, and she keeps me down to earth. All right, Kai, I'm going to ask you quickly and then move to your nearest exit. Kai, on the night that Raymond first showed on TV, I was in LA, but they were still living in New York. I had 3 little kids, and I went to celebrate with Kevin James. You know, from King of Queens. I said, let's do something fun. Let's go to Vegas for the weekend. This was on Friday, and I called my wife, and she said, oh really? We always tease each other back and forth. I was like, hey, do you know what happened tonight? Millions of people saw your husband on TV tonight. Do you understand that? I was watched by millions of people tonight. I was just kind of teasing her, and she said, you're still the same guy I married. Okay, so you need a person like that in your life to keep you humble and help you see things the right way. Yeah, they like to come out and say hello, say hi. Hi, how did you guys get video of this? I've been swimming since I was 5. I've been swimming since I was 5. But you must be tired. The twins were 3 years old when the show started, and they were 12 when it ended. They grew up on the show. That's where Daddy worked. That's where his world was, and they were part of it. It was as hard for me when the show ended as it was weird for them to change. But they were my biggest fans. Why do you think everyone loved Raymond? Families are families, and deep down, we're all the same. I think that's the trick. People see themselves in the show. I'm running from the mayor of Mooseport. Excuse me, that was like my first big movie role. First of all, it's nice to see clips where my hair really is that color, because this hair I have now is fake. But it's also cool, because it's the last movie that Gene Hackman made. I made Gene Hackman retire, and people still don't like me for that. We became friends, and we bonded over, I don't know if he wants me to say this, Canadian Idol. We both nerded out about it. I was a fan of American Idol, so we're making this movie in Canada, and Canadian Idol was on. He's not going to like this being out there. Parenthood is a show fans really love. I kinda asked to be on it 2 years ago, and I said I'll work for cheap. And sure enough, they said yes. It's true, E.T. You're always there. I wanted to do something different from the sitcom role. And you know, it's hard. The public knows you as that character. You don't get offers for roles like Parenthood did. So I said, let's make our own show. We did Men of a Certain Age. It was great. It won a Peabody Award, but it got canceled after 2 seasons. Then I was just like, okay, what's next? We're going to join the Mile High Club tonight. That was the most disappointing thing, when that show didn't get renewed for a 2nd season. It was the most fun I had on a show. We're in New York. It's Martin Scorsese directing the first episode. We're playing 70s rock guys. You know, I'm pretending to snort cocaine, and there's crazy women all around. It's 1 year, and it's a great show. I still wish people would watch it. Another great one is The Big Sick. They're the experts here, and I trust them. Oh, well, that's very nice. It was a great script, but it was also Judd Apatow just letting us go, you know, and Kumail, and we had a lot of great little made-up parts. You feel the coma coming on? Call us. Dad, it's too soon, right? I'm going to keep with the serious movies here and go to The Irishman. It's Ty. There had been not one charge filed against my client in 13 grand jury investigations. It was exciting and scary at the same time, like a roller coaster. It was scary because now what if I'm really bad here and it's in front of De Niro? I did my first big scene with De Niro, and when it ended, I'm on the phone with my wife and I'm like, nobody said anything. I can't believe I could still get fired here, you know? We got to the hotel and I'm checking in. And as I'm checking in, I hear Ray, and it's De Niro, Robert De Niro, and you know he doesn't say a lot. Robert De Niro hadn't said a lot to him, and I go, oh hey, and he doesn't say a word. Tej, he just walks over. He grabs me. He kisses me on this cheek, kisses me, and he walks away. And I said, I think I'm okay, you know? Okay. It's a mafia movie, so sometimes the kiss thing is not good. It can mean 2 things. But I called my wife and said, I think I'm okay. Ray's co-star right now is Lisa Kudrow in the dark comedy series No Good Deed, streaming now on Netflix. They play a married couple trying to sell their LA home, but quickly find the competition among buyers can definitely bring out the worst in people. Somebody slashed our tires. We had shared experiences. She was on a sitcom. Listen, her sitcom, I know, reached way more people, but she was still doing a sitcom for 10 years. 9 years, I was still doing one, and here we are, and we're playing a different husband and wife. And yeah, it really was special. If we get a bidding war going, then we can build our own place in Cambria. It was dark comedy, but there was drama. There was mystery. Who did it? I've played a couple of sketchy characters, but this guy, I thought, boy, he's got some trouble, and he's not doing likable things in the beginning, you know? And I would tell my agent, I would go, I don't know if anyone's going to like this guy. After episode 3 or 4, and he goes good. He likes, that's good for you. I said, no it isn't. It was fun. It was fun to do. How did it feel for you to look back at your whole career with your E.T.? Look back, okay? It's, you know, it is. It's surreal. Also, to see myself so young. And I want to say young and naive, but I'm still that way. It's weird, you know? It's hard to sit back and say, wow, I did a lot of stuff, because if you're an actor, you're only as good as your last thing. I look back and I'm envious, you know? It's like seeing your children when they're older. You love them now, and it's great. And it was so hard when they were younger. But I'd still go back. I'd still go back there. Yeah, love that. Yeah,